Oh, good morning. Get going. Good morning. So I need some music. Gotta put myself up here. Being very exhausted lately with this energy and with that Mercury in Cancer. There, have that in the background. Good morning, good morning. Hello, Sherry. Well, I'm hoping everybody else is feeling vibrant and wonderful. And we have 6 planets in retrograde. 6 planets in retrograde. Oh my goodness. Whew, the heaviness of it all. Neptune just went retrograde in the last 24 hours. You never tell by looking at you. You look fantastic. Oh, Jenny, I love you. It's the lighting. It's the lighting. But I had too much birthday cake yesterday. Oh, happy birthday, Candace. Or not happy birthday. Jared's happy birthday. It's not your birthday, but yeah, they have I think with that Mercury energy in retrograde in Cancer, and then with the summer eclipse, the new moon. I mean, this is it's just and the energies are just crazy, just nutty, and people are acting just outrageous, and this is where we're seeing a lot of some real fucked up shit happening. That's what I gotta say, and I can feel it, and it, as my husband says, well, then just shake it off. Don't be that way. It's not that easy. Sometimes to just shake it off and deal with what you are. Be happy. You gotta love when you're a spiritualist and your family comes and tells you, well, you're spiritual. You should be happy all the time. That's when you want to tell them just to fuck off, right? But I need to go within. It is. I did my I did a 7-day vitality kundalini. I finished a 40-day Satnam that I was doing on Sunday, and I'm taking sort of a week off from that. I will be starting a new one tomorrow, a new Kundalini 40-day summer one mantra. I'm starting that tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting, along with everything, it's that for me, the Kundalini is about going in. It is really about taking that time to go in, and I love the spiritual dance music with the Leo King. He puts it at so many hertz. I think it's like I think he has it at about 400 plus hertz when he plays his music. So it really comes in and really vibrates as he's doing it. So I'm bringing that vibration in. So I'm going to have that just playing in the background today, just to bring in. Can't stand trance music. And bringing that vibrational music in. So I got myself a coffee this morning, an iced one. I got myself my 3 iced venti water, so that's what I'm drinking here. I have my protein mix here. So if I have to pause, and Mateus might take over because I have to go pee, just an FYI, with all of this liquid that I'm taking in. So I'm doing that. Excuse me, I got to blow my nose now too. 1 second. So this is live, man. This is real. Burping, peeing, blowing nose. I won't say anything else. I don't want to lose an audience. So today, man, this week is really a crazy energetic week for people. And I know for the Geminis, you know, for the mutable signs, the Geminis, the Sagittarius, and the Pisceans, this could be pretty harsh for you guys this coming week, and especially with Neptune going retrograde for the Pisces. Feeling that and feeling irritable, that irritability. And for the Cancerians, if you have a lot of Cancer in your sign, you know, with the that feeling of, one second, I'm just going to stop you because I love you. With that feeling of Mercury there. So we have right now, as a collective, this energy just pulsating down upon us. And it is, you know, I have a Cancer, Gemini, and a fish in my house. Candace is going out to the mountains by herself. The moon has gone into Leo, so that brings us some light, but the moon doesn't like to be in Leo. It's not like the sun going in Leo and saying, yeah, I'm home. The sun and the moon would love to switch right now because they're both in signs of detriment. So they're both in signs that, hey, you know, let me get the hell out of here. This is just too much. So this is really, even though it's trying to illuminate it, but he still is opposing that Neptunian that Jupiter Pluto energy, which is, they're coming to be exact. So we got both of these energies coming to be exact this week. So a lot more craziness is going to be coming in. We're going to be hearing the horrific things that are happening in Seattle with that so-called peaceful shit that they're doing in downtown Seattle, you know, and the horrific things that are happening there. And it's like a lot of other things that are coming in that are causing anarchy. Love anarchy, right? And causing all of these crazy vibrations to come up. And these vibrations that come up, it's like, you know, coming up within our own selves. And where a lot of soul connections or so-called soul energy with people is just passing by. So a lot of people who thought they were in a soul connection or twin flame connection, we're finding a lot of them ending. It's just like, whoa, what the hell is that? Because people don't understand that sometimes when you're getting a soul connection with somebody, it doesn't mean that it's love and, you know, let's have sex every night and it's so wonderful and great and I live in a utopia. Many times they come in to activate you, to awaken you, to shake you up, so that you're not just walking around like a zombie. So a lot of people are awakening. That Uranus, who is forward right now, they're usually harder than normal relationships. Exactly, Candice. You're absolutely right. Uranus is right now, he's squaring off to Saturn, and he's squaring off to Neptune, he's squaring off to Pluto. So here we got crazy uncle making some squares over to not only to Saturn, but he's also squaring off to the moon in Leo. So there's some real like awakening that is happening. And the awakening is, you know, like really shaking the consciousness up, really shaking people up. This is, and this week for everyone, it's going to be a week of awakening. Like, I mean, where you're going to find It's either people around you or energies around you that you no longer want to have, right? You no longer want to be around, or people that you love. It's just like, I mean, simple thing. Like Steve and I just got into, you got to love it when two Scorpios are in a house. One has a Capricorn moon, the other one has a Cancer moon, but both are Scorpio. Total opposite type of energies, where the Cancerian energy internally is like feeling everything, and the Capricorn is like, get the fuck over it, this is the way it is, why can't you say it this way? And the Cancerian is like, well, I'm trying to say it that way, and the Capricorn is like, ah, fuck, I can't take this, and boom, 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 boom. It's actually a comedy, when it's happening. It's quite, when I sit back and look at it, I'm just like, oh my God, it's like such a, dynamic in it all. And I know when people hear us because we banter a lot, are just, they're just like, oh my God, what's going on? So it can be quite funny. So Venus, I think really, as she's stationary and is going direct on the 25th, and she will be going forward with that, and went back to the 5 degrees. We have never experienced that in our lifetime with this retrograde at 5 degrees in Gemini. That's a realistic awakening on married life, on how we connect with everybody else, and how we connect with energetically and soulfully to people. So we have all of this going on. So who's going to go first for this reading? I don't think anybody wants to go first, do they? I think everybody's going to go hiding with all of this. So they're like, well, maybe I will go first, but maybe not. So who is first? Here we come. Oh, it is Scorpio. My Scorpion family, my Scorpions. Now I got the Scorpion King coming in. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie before. The Scorpion King with the rock, and he comes in, make the Gemini people happy. Hey, I just go and I don't look, and I just pull the names out of the goddess box. It's whoever comes in first, James. Maybe the Geminis just need to take a chill right back. So with the Scorpio, this is about, Neptune retrograding, in a playful part of the chart. So, and today Mercury spending this first full week in retrograde motion in your adventurous part. So sit down, Gemini. Sit down, Geminis. This energy that's coming in. So you want to get out, you want to be joyous, you want to be playful, but it's kind of fucking hard. It's like, so you got to take a deep breath. And this is a deep breath, and move that body this week. This is very important for you to do this. And get into the movement and really move things out. In Kundalini yoga, one of the kriyas is that we shake. We just shake everything, right? And we do that, and it's amazing. Or you just do the punches, and you go and you start off and you're punching, right? And you're doing that, and at first it's like, oh, okay, yeah. And then you really get into a rhythm of it, of letting go of breaking down those blocks, breaking down what is in your way. And I feel for this week, and that's why I got the Scorpio King coming in. It's when it comes to a stalemate, this is already negotiation. You got to take the plunge, right? You just got to get out there. The suggesting that compromise moves things forward, I feel, yeah, but I feel more that you got to get things moving. You got to get things moving. And this is even though you are in an energy of this, okay, have fun, in this energy of trying to move forward, something around you, or some, or even all around you, things are going to, I don't know, I just get this, may have an underground transformation. So you got to start moving, so you can, like, tilling the soil, like moving the soil, right? And your assets and your finances, and that's a big one too for you this week. So because you do rule money and loans and shared assets and cash, so yes, it's, this is where you need to start looking at all of those areas of your investments, how you're doing things, and becoming aware of it. We also have that your house of relationship, where sex is important. Are you having sex, or are you not having sex? How do you feel about sex? You know, you're a Scorpio. Still need to organize my taxes and get those. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Right now, it's getting things organized. And then you're going to get to your goals, even with all the retrograde. So this is getting things in order, getting things, the green light to say, let's get going. Let's get moving on this. I may not be able to make big decisions, but it's not about big decisions. It's about breaking through the little things and keeping yourself motivated and active in order for you to be able to achieve your goals and bringing your goals. What may be an obstacle for you this week is your patience. Well, Scorpio, you may not have a lot of patience this week, so you really have to honor that. That's why I think the movement is so important. That's why Scorpio came, because he wasn't very patient. So patience is a big one with all of this. Having the patience with yourself, having patience with other people. Because sometimes, you can get very vile, with that. And in doing that, when you do, this is going to increase your part of fortune. So when you allow yourself to come into your patience, to break things, to move things, to break through the energetic walls, breath work is a big one. You're going to find, because Neptune spends almost half the year retrograde, and it can hand us an incredible perception and insight and creative leaps of imagination, but it can also lead us down illusions and delusions and escapism. So we can get lost in the fantasies as opposed to what it actually are. So Neptune's retrograde therefore provides this much needed reality check. So Scorpio, you're going through a reality check. You're going through, okay, what is working, what is not working. And for myself, it's funny, because the mantra that I was doing today was, bringing in that vitality, boosting the immune system, and what can you break through? What is it that's holding you back? And through that all, see, the Eight of Swords comes in. Overthinking, feeling alone, trying to get things together, but maybe you're just, you need to do this in bite size. That's what, the beautiful thing about when you do a whole Kriya set in Kundalini, you rest for a few seconds or a few minutes in between each one, so that energy can generate within you and you can start feeling it, and then you can move into the next one. And many times we as humans, we go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. We got to get it done. We got to get it done. We got to do. But in doing that, will cause us to lose our patience, will cause us to get off of our goals, and we won't be achieving what it is that we want. During this retrograde, you can really achieve a lot of things that you want to achieve. But there is work to be done with it. You can't set aside things and just think, oh, magically my taxes are going to get done, or magically, if I don't if I just sit and meditate, I'm going to have $1 million in the bank. No, maybe you need to get a job, if you want to get that $1 million, right? So, and same, if you want to have a partner in your life, what are you doing to create that energy to bring a partner into your life? What is it? Are you allowing yourself to take that chance to say yes, just to get out there? Yes, I know there is so much out there about the pandemic and everything else, but I feel you still got to get out there. You still got to allow yourself to open up to newness with this. So provide, this is about, we don't run the other way back into denial. So don't be running back into denial. This is about doing it. And with Mars entering into your 6th this week, it can have you shifting all of those stubborn tasks that the to-dos list you have been putting off. But if you've been running on empty far too long, it's also a reminder to recharge. So to recharge your batteries and get your batteries recharged. So you got to really flow with your energy. And, if you find that, and don't fucking guilt yourself. That's the other thing. Sorry. Is guilting yourself. And that's what I find sometimes. It's like, oh, but I have to do this. I have to do this. If your body is saying it's time to just sit back and relax, or it's too hot, because it's going to be warm here in Calgary today. It's too hot. So if you find that your body needs to have a nap, maybe, somehow it's like you got to honor that. You got to honor that. Cancer's next. So my little Cancerians. Oh, you know what? I feel your pain, Cancer, with everything that's going on. And, especially, you had Mercury retrograde last year, but I don't feel it was as emotional as it is this time. So it's, having that emotion. So, well, there are only 2 planets in the solar system that are now direct. Half of the 6 planets are now in retrograde motion, have partners in direct motion, giving you the best of both worlds. But Mercury's in his first full week in retrograde in Cancer. So you got another week, 2 weeks of this. Well, I'm going to say maybe 4 weeks, because you got to go through the process of it all. And while this is your birthday month and a new solar year, which began with, a retrograde motion and a new moon and an eclipse, this is like, that's a party within itself. And I feel like it's not so much of going out to party, rah, 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 but it's getting you to bring in celebration in different ways for you. This is for you to really come into your intuitive power. And this is about you looking at solutions of correcting any imbalances that you have right now. And in doing so, the first house. So it's all about you. It's all about how you are seen, how you want to be seen, your impressions, whether this is affecting you professionally or personal life. You got to find that balance this week. It's important to find a balance this week, to find that win-win solution and see past barriers. So, the power and equality of this season, this is about you looking at, and I feel it is a balancing act for you. And I know with Cancers, you guys are either up or down. You are the rushing water. So sometimes you just whoosh and the rapids are there, and then you hit calm and you're just like, whoa. So this is trying to find that balance when you're going through the rushing waters of stepping back, taking a look. This is about to establish a new order within inside yourself and how you want to be. And being careful. This is like, you can't just go around and trust everybody. You got to be aware. You got to be aware of the energies, trusting that intuition that is happening for you. And in trusting, it's working through your fears. because it's like you don't want to hurt everybody. You want to mother everybody. You want to love everybody. My lovely little, but this is like, first, bear in mind, with that Mercury retrograde, this is where you have to start looking at things. What is this revolve around? What is out of alignment? What are the things that are going on? And one of the things that may be blocking you is trust. Wow. Trusting self, trusting others. It's coming into the trust, right? Are you trusting? Who are you trusting? And this is looking into to you. And with that Neptune retrograde in your house of expansion opportunities, study in mass media, Neptune is a planet which spends, as I said, half the year retrograde. So this could be about barriers for you between what you want to have or do. Real ones or imagined. Simply put in is another word. So better way to go. This could show you what barriers are there, and you need to trust what is showing up to you in order to balance it out. And with that, when you do, that's going to bring in the stability. That's going to bring in the earth element, which is great because when earth was working with you, it's a good thing, right? Water and earth. Opposite you is Capricorn. It is that stability. It is a long term, and looking at the long term of what it is that you want to create. And Neptune is sort of, with this going retrograde for 5 months, is taking a look at what you need to look at and what are the barriers, and come into a place of new values for yourself. And this is a huge week of bringing that transformation in for you and walking away. There's a walking away. 5 of Swords, walking away. That 5 of Swords always bothers me for some crazy reason. I got to find a word for the 5 of Swords. See, the 5 of Swords is walking away from any, when you look at it, you got to walk away from anything that is no longer in your alignment. Looking into your heart's true intention. This is about looking into, there could be some entrapment, there could be some negativity, there could be self-inflicted. So this is coming back to your trust this week. This is coming back to your stability, bringing in that stability. But if you're going into the gossip and all the bullshit that's around you, it's probably why I have issues with this card, because it is about gossip. It is about bullshit. It's the bullshit card. Who's bullshitting you? Are you bullshitting yourself, or are other people bullshitting and you're falling for that bullshit because you are wanting to trust people, or you don't want to hurt people, or, this is looking at there's a better way to get there. So we're going to call the 5 of Swords the bullshit card. This is where, how can your words and actions transform this difficult situation? Look at it, trust in it, work through your fears. And then you're not going to be bullshitted because you're going to trust yourself. But don't get all caught up because it's the way that you want to look. You want to look all nice and rosy and cute for everybody. But in doing so, what does that do? That fucks you over, right? It's not what we want, my little Cancerians. We don't want that. Nope. There's a song that I found the other day. Here we go. There's a song that we found the other day. Let's see if I can find it. And it's called, the group is Rising Appalachia, and it's the harmonizing song. And I think the reason why it's coming up is because I'm thinking of my Cancers. And the energy of this song is to harmonize finding that harmony, finding that balance. And I think this is a perfect song for you guys to bring in that harmony, to bring in that balance for yourself. So,
tell me what makes you weary.
This is a good one.
Tell me what lights up your eyes.
This song I think is a really beautiful song for this week and the energies.
In the middle, lay down and harmonize. Tell me what makes you.
Yes, it's Gemini next.
Tell me what you fantasize. I'm taking notes in the moonlight. We'll lay down and harmonize.
It's a beautiful song, and it just gets you into that nice kind of summery vibrations, and that is what I feel the Cancerians need to have. And especially as we are coming into some really, now I want to learn to play a 4-stringed banjo. It takes learning the banjo is a skill. It really is. It takes a lot to learn the banjo. I have a few friends that play the banjo. So, my Geminis. It's embracing the future and the journey. That is your new solar year. And this is going to be where you have to look at where you might be missed opportunities, and do-overs are coming in for you with a large number of outdoor opens and even more openings almost every day. You got to look at the opportunities that are coming in. But Mercury being retrograde in your income sector, you got to watch your money this for the next few weeks, especially over, I think, the first half of summer is really watching that. And Neptune, which is in your work center. So you might be feeling untapped income. There might be some untapped income there. Doors of the past might open up. You might get a second chance at something. So opportunities may appear to themselves, but you have to be willing and open. It's like the 4 of Cups just popped in my head, where it's like, here's an opportunity, but you guys can be a little bit snotty and say, well, that's not what I wanted, and be a little bitchy about it. But opportunities are going to appear for themselves. So this is where, this energy where Gemini each year, as she's returned to Gemini in early April, this is about Venus coming in, long time, long goals, your desires, expectations, having a little relevance, in your intentions in your new solar year. And I got bitchiness coming in with all you Geminis. And being, because you guys can be so fucking critical about things, which you really have to watch this week on who you being critical about. Oh, look at her. Oh, man, this person really fucking pisses me off. And oh my God, why are they doing this? That's my internal Gemini voice. So this is looking at where you have to showcase your inner love this week by making changes to your outer you. Get into your glow, get into your beauty. If get a new lipstick if you need to. If you're a guy, maybe it's a haircut, maybe it's a new aftershave, maybe you need to do a new facial routine. Get yourself into so that you can begin to glow. Allow yourself to get out of bitchiness and give yourself permission to relaunch through this all. And with that, the house of the 10th house comes in. So this will help you to get your achievements. I feel past opportunities are going to come in, or an opportunity from the past is going to come in and present itself to you. And it could be another job, or a job you left and then they give you a call up. Do you want to come back part-time? Do you want to come back and do something? Could be a past love could come through, or something that you loved before. So this is where you need to allow yourself to shift. And allowing yourself to shift, because this is about your status. I mean, you're looking at your status in the world. What is my status in the world? What do I want? How do I want to look? What more do I want in this world? And with Mercury in Cancer, it gets you that time to go deep into your emotions, to honestly answer questions that you always try to avoid. And there are two paths. Be true to yourself. Be honest with who you are. Love who you are. If you have made inner changes, then it's time to ensure the outer you reflects those inner changes. If you have new things that have come in, but then you're not allowing them to be seen, I mean, that's no, you're doing it to be seen. You got to allow that glow out and show the world the real you. Allow you to be, allow the world to see you, right? It's funny, when you get a Gemini and Aquarius together, they sometimes don't get along too well. They do and they don't, because Aquariuses can be very, like, they both have tendencies to clean up, get things done. But an Aquarius will be like, well, why did you do it that way? That's not the way I asked you to do it. Let's do it differently. And Gemini's just like, don't push me that way, bitch. I'm going to do it my way. So this is where this energy is coming in, to honor yourself this week. Look into your future dream and your dream team, right? That needs to be dealt with. One word, stubborn. Yes. Yeah, they don't want to deal with what needs to be done until they're ready to. They're not going to do it until my sage is just burning like crazy over here. Sorry. There we go. And then I'll just cap it. There we go. So you really have to honor yourself with all of this. And look at there's beautiful things. The future dream team awaits you. There's energy there that's going to help you. And the 25th sees the retro ruler make a deal-making angle with Sirius in your 10th. In your 10th. So it will also join Vesta in your 2nd on the 27th. This, along with Venus, retro resets on how you see yourself and your expectations. Could see you re-entering a negotiation with a better mindset for a better result. So you got to be open to that. And not that you are being unreasonable, as you will know where the middle ground now lies. So this is where, with Mars also is moving in. Mars is coming in. Mars is pushing through. He's going to be going home on the 28th. And this is where your future gets set into motion. What do you want? What more do you want? Start looking at it, because what's blocking you. Ow! I cannot make this shit up. Fuck. Resistance. That is your block. Resistance. You resisting. Resistance. I hear Gemini say, I'm doing the work. I do my meditations. I do all of this. Then let's see it. Let's see it. Show me. Put it into action. Stop fucking around. You want the change. Stop bitching about it. It's there for you. The energies are coming in. Who co-creates your future? Is it other people? So make that effort to reach out and get the future party started. Get who you want. Who do you want to co-create your future with? If it's with the people, if you're with people you don't want to be with, you're setting in motion some long-term effects. So what you are doing today is going to affect you 6 months from now. What you're doing today can affect you a year from now. How are you making changes? Do you guys want to go last? And here it is. I love this. I love the angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here you go. Mercury retrograde coming in. It's a re-invitation. It's a re-invitation. It's a reinvention of how you want to be. It's in your ball court. If you're complaining still about not working, not having the right lover, not having the right prospects in your life, feeling lack of, not sure of what the fuck you want, that you don't have the passion you want, whose fault is it? It's a projection of everything out there, a resistance of taking that, of saying, and even, I hear it's like, but I do put it out, I do go there and I do this. Do you really? Do you truly, really want that? If you don't, then don't do it. Because then you're contradicting yourself. And with Mars coming into Aries, oh fuck, we're in for the god of war is entering his sign, war. I mean, that's what Aries is. Nobody likes to hear that word. But what is war? You can have a war inside. You can have a war outside. You can have a war with countries. This is about you. What is that war you're warring inside that you need to get a peace treaty with, to bring the people that you want to have in your alignment so you can allow your passion and newness to renew? Ow! Geminis. This is powerful, powerful, powerful shit for you. I love it. I love it because sometimes you guys need a kick in the ass. I know. I have 2 of them. There we go. Mic drop. Yes. So we'll just go back to that nice little song playing as I'm going. I'ma wait for you. Wait for you. I'ma wait for you. Virgos. Well, my Geminis wanted to be up near the front. They got it. So now they're all like, I'm leaving. I've heard what I need to hear. And off they go. Storming. Virgos. Baby, can you eat your cookie? Bless you. And drink your juice? I'm not complaining. It is what it is. Yes, it is what it is, but you got to change what it is. It is what it is, but you got to make the changes. Otherwise, it is what it is. It's going to stay the way it is. And if you don't like the way it is, then you got to make the changes So it's not the way it is. So, whew. Neptune, Mars, advantage. Now I got a chess game coming in. Mars, Neptune, advantage Mars, moving forward. It's bringing in some friendly aspects for you, creating not only a good day for friendship and relationship building. I feel like a lot of Virgos might have been hiding for a while and they need to get out again. They need to connect and rebuild a foundation there. I feel like for some of the Virgos, it's like you haven't been connecting and getting into that connection. And this is a real big week of reconnecting to the foundations that you want to connect with and building that up. And this is where the third house comes in. So potential to learn things. So maybe there's some relearning that you have to do. Maybe there's some forgiveness that you have to do because you're not, you're holding a lot of grudge. You're holding a lot of pain within inside of you. So this is really a time to take the chance to give the past and unsaid words a voice. So things in the past of allowing yourself to say what it is that you need to say and bring it forth, right? And if you're not, I mean, this is like, because you're in a mood and to suggest, you're in a mood, but it is also to suggest a new way to move forward. This is when it comes to, people around you, love, partnerships matters. Others meet you halfway this week. So it's like, you don't have to give it all. You can ask somebody to meet you halfway. You don't have to have full control over everything. So explore the alternatives in love and revive those discussions. Share your suggestions. This is you allowing, what's the deal for you? What's the deal when it comes to your relationships and agreements? And are they in alignment with you or are they not? This is to revise and revisit them. Your ruler's in Cancer in retrograde. So what's the bigger picture for you? And love keeps coming in. So, and it's love in all kinds, love with a partnership, with your, with a relationship with somebody else. This is love of family, love of friendship, love of work where you work. So this is about looking at it. And especially if we have been walking around with tinted glasses, this is getting a new perspective. This is getting you to look into a new way and take charge. Take charge, go forward. Let's see what else, what's going on there. Maybe there's somebody you haven't reached out for in a long time, or maybe there's some releasement of something from the past that you've been angry, mad, or pissed about. It could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing. You could be angry about, maybe you got sick and you haven't gotten over that sickness, or somebody else in your family got sick. Maybe there's a death. Maybe there was an ending of a relationship. What is it that you haven't given a voice to? And giving a voice to it means that you can release it. You can allow it. Not having a voice to it, drowning it, you're not being able to hear the fullness. So this is allowing for things to be expressed. And this is new deals. This is the new deals. This is the now age. This is now. So you could be looking at how a key partnership or something fits. This is looking at things that can fit for you and the end of anything tough. So cycles can end for you. There is that Capricorn, Saturn's coming back in home, even though there's all of this craziness in the outside world. What is it that is working in your world, and what is it that you can put in perspective? And the thing that might be stopping you is releasing it. So you might be holding a lot of grudges. You can't move forward if you're holding grudges. You can't move forward if you are holding on to something or some resistance, or you're pissed off about something or someone or something. You got to release it. Otherwise, you can't do and the cycle can't end. A cycle wants to end, but it can't end until you allow yourself to release. It doesn't work that way because you got to come into that balance. Oh, those damn Libras. I am balanced. Bringing in the balance, bringing in, for the change and the enhancements to come in things, in agreements, allowing for this compromise to happen, for a balance to come forth for you, to meet someone halfway. It's your choice. The Magician stops in. It's your choice. How you want, what are you choosing? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Because the magician is a magician, right? So it's what your direction is, represents new beginnings, sparks. What do you want? It's the air, fire, water, earth, connection with the four directions. How do you identify with your true skills? What is your overall balance in your life? This is bringing in that balance, connection, ending. But you got to release first before any of this can come in. The releasement helps you to balance. The releasement helps you to end a tough cycle. The releasement happens so that you can take charge and stay strong and go forward upon whatever you choose to do, whatever you want to do more in your career, within your family. What is it that you want to put into? This is a time of self-discovery and learning for you. And if you feel you're unable to do that, then you're going to feel stuck. So allow people to meet you halfway if there's something there. It's important. Bring in that balance of what is in what that is that you need, and go from there. But it is a tough one. It can be a tough one for you because you do have to let go of some of your control. And you can't control every single step. If you're trying to control every single step, then it's not going to work. You're going to find yourself in like deeper waters, and that it's going to be harder to swim. Aquarius. Aquarius. Well, Saturn's coming out. So right now you're coming with it's like freedom almost for you with Saturn, coming out of this, but you also have Neptune in your income sector. So there's things to do with Neptune that are coming in. Neptune is taking a turn. So this is where, even though with the moon in your work sector right now, but it's that Neptune energy that's going to highlight a lot of energy for you over the next several months. And this is for you to upgrade your ideas, your self-worth on what you want, what you don't want, what you deserve. This is looking at your boundaries, coming into boundary setting and raising your values. This is your power. State your worth to the world. Coming in, this is what I am worth. This is what I want. This is what I desire. Ha, you get Virgo. So this is about dutiful, hesitant, humble. This is about, stepping into your power. Virgo is about power. It is the virtuous one. It is stepping into your virtue and your power of that. Your sovereignty. What a good word. So how about some relationship? How are you building your relationship? Are you giving up parts of yourself for this relationship? It's not a good thing because, it's not a good thing because Aquarius, if you're giving up too much, then you're going to get real fucking bitchy. So finding the key. Woo. Cards are starting to fly off. Leave that there. That's a good one. So this is new beginnings, directions. You will also, this is about communications, arrival, Mars, Mercury, trying to make, new choices with Mars and Mercury ruling house. So Mars is going into the third house in your in your general chart would be Aries, right? So he's coming in there on the 28th. So remember, this is coming into, for the next till January. And this is about, getting things done. This is, if you've been in a stuck routine, this is about pushing you through. This is about learning something new. Education, what is it that you want to do? Needing to be practical with things, bringing down the practicality. But what may be stopping you, or what's sort of being that obstacle, darkness, the darkness of it all. Look at that cute bunny. The cute bunny. See the darkness, that you can't see everything. And you want to see the whole plan. You want everything planned out for you in front of you, but you're not going to get it. This is about putting things together in order for you to make some practical plans for the long term, in order to empower you and position you to look into what it is that you truly desires within your love of life in all areas. Love is up here. We got the big word love. What is it that you need to work on with all of this? And in doing so, you have to do the I see. In comes lovely little Sagittarius. I see. What do you see? What do you want to see? What are you blinding yourself from, Aquarius? Because you might be giving yourself so much over to something that you're blinded by. You can't see it totally. You can't see that truth in what it is that you need to see. So in order to empower yourself, you need to look at emerging from things and get a greater sense, move back. And with that, you're going to see that, this is where you're exhausted, tired, everything's coming to an end. You're going to get pushed to a point where you're not going to feel fully in charge. And when you don't feel fully in charge, that's when things start to go awry. And this is the Six of Wands. So this I see, the Sagittarius represents the Six of Wands. So it represents some passion there. It represents celebration, coming in to celebrate. What do you want? What do you have to celebrate in your life? Bring that celebration in, honoring yourself, looking at what you're stuck in, moving through that. There's movement that has to come in for you. And if you're not moving, it's going to cause some issues for you. So you really have to look at things to empower yourself, get yourself moving, get yourself motivated, and really take a new perspective of what's around you. And are you giving too much of yourself? And maybe you if you are, is that because you're afraid of you don't know, you don't have the whole plan in front of you, which makes you a little pissy because you need to know all the details. But sometimes you just don't get all the details. You just got to trust and continue doing and working at what you need to work on and what feels right to you. So, ooh. Sagittarius. Oh, Sag. Restriction. First thing that came to my mind is restriction. Being restricted on a lot of things in your life right now. And that restriction, it has to do with the South Node. So you're going to be dealing with that for the next 18 months. And, Neptune in your home and family. So he's in your fourth house. This is to do with, what's going on with your home and family. Is there restrictions within the home and family? And this is looking at your mojo. What is, what are those restrictions that you have been being placed upon or that are upon you, right? So this is about looking at to express your passion, looking at to express yourself. This is about stepping back into the love of the spotlight this week. This is about bringing in the va-va-va-voom for you, Sagittarius, coming out. This is allowing for you to strive forward, to allow for your vibrance to come out, your humor, your personality. This is looking into be the star of your own life. This is to dress to impress. Like there are cameras and the paparazzis out there. So this is about you coming into this fullness and not restricting yourself. Woo, you got Gemini energy. So a little bit mischievous. Bring in that mischievousness and that funness. This is coming back into allowing yourself to bring in some fun and sparkle. Some fiery sparkle coming in. Those sparks, allow them to come out. Because we also have with, things to do with money and shared money and what's going on with joint accounts. And this is also going to be coming into where maybe you've been feeling, in your home, you got to get other people to come in and help out. Not, you can't do everything. But you got to get your clarity going. What's been missing? Getting that sparkle back. Get yourself moving because you've been so take care of immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. You've been deceiving yourself a lot. So this is coming back into that. Yeah, I'm going to sparkle. Yeah, I'm going to be seen again. This is Sag. Sag is like, yeah, look at me. I got my bangles on. I'm going to glitter it up a little bit out here. And this is allow for, then you're going to find the answers. Double Gemini is coming into you. So you need to have integrity, and clearance comes in, but a clarity on what the information is coming into. Having the clarity. Gemini wants clarity before it does shit. It needs clarity. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. So this is here for you, Sagittarius, to get the clarity on what it is that you are desiring to move forward. So because there's growth. Are you stopping your growth? Are you stopping that because you're not seeing everything? You want more clarity, so you'll deceive yourself or go into a direction that you really don't want to go into. So this is looking at getting the clarity around your home, around money, around many different issues that are around you, so that you're able to feel your full strength and grow. So allow that to come in, because we have, the grand trine. So it'll bring in the blessings. And with the blessings, how? Exactly what a Sag wants. A party celebration. Let's get together. Family, friends, come on. I want to have that connection. I need that connection. Sagittarius need connection. They need to have people around them. They like to be that one around the fire. So if they're the one around the fire, they want to be that one that's going to tell the story and be out there. So come on, Sag. This is a time for you to grow. This is a time for you to get out there and push through any deceit, anything that's been holding you back. Right? Right? Come on. Woo! Here we go. And I know sometimes it's hard because you guys get into a little rut and then you can get all down, Debbie Downer on yourself and you're, whoopsie. And then you're just, I just erased something. So this is about you stepping into that power of you and just let it be seen. Because here comes the Leo. My lions. Here comes the lions. The lions are coming out. The lions are being seen. So with the lions, what do we have? Woo! I just got dizzy. I just got dizzy with my Leos. The energies. I just like, whoa, energies. again, oh, must be with fire because it's embracing life. It's just looking at the chart, embracing life, adventurous, getting back, following your heart, your compass, your freedom. The Leos need freedom. Maybe you guys have been feeling too changed. Maybe you're in an area that you've been locked down for too long, and you're just like, I mean, it's not good to keep a Leo in a cage. Any lion in a cage, they start to pace around. If they don't have the freedom to run around and roam, then they get agitated and they get frustrated and they get crazy. Years ago, by Penticton, there used to be the game. There was a place called the Game Farm, and it had giraffes, it had hippopotamuses, it had lions, it had tigers, it had bears. I mean, it had everything at this game farm, and you could drive through it or walk through it. Usually, you drove through because it was so big, and there was one time a lion, and he was pacing back and forth. And my dad, who is a Leo, was watching it, and he said to us, "Let's go. We got to move from in front of this lion." And everybody's like, "Oh, but he's just so cute." And no, my dad said, "No, let's move. We got to move. We got to move." And he moved us, the whole family. Like we parked the car quite a ways, a little ways away, so we could walk around this one area. And as my dad moved us, this lion lifted his leg, and no word of the lie, everybody in that radius of up to like 25, 30 feet, he pissed on. That's the Leo. You're in my fucking way. I'm going to piss all over you, and not in a nice way. Because I don't want to be caged. And I will show you how I don't want to be caged. Become the change you want to embrace in your life. Does the past need to be replayed, or is it a trap? What is it that you are feeling trapped about in your life right now? What are you ready to piss upon, my little Leos? Because that's what I feel. You got to show those goals the love that you want. You got to embrace it. Venus in here is about the love and support of friends, especially those who have a big impact on your future. Focus on those relationships rather than the pursuit of something new. Focus on the goals that you have put forward, even though they may not feel or seem realistic, or there is the idea there that you can't see how it's going to work out. And this is looking at your long journey, the 9th house, the long journey. This is looking at your spirituality, what's on the horizon for you. This is going for the long-term goal. You can't see it all. And that frustrates you, makes you feel caged, makes you want to pee upon everybody and say, get the fuck out of my way. This is looking at it because this is about you attracting what you want. It's the emotional fulfillment. What are you attracting? What are you repelling? And you don't have to see everything. That's the thing, is that you want to see everything. I got to see it. I got to see it. I got to see it. What's going on? What's going on? No, this is the impact. So this is where you focus on what's there, on the relationships, on this pursuit. It's a time to adjust that needs to be made in order to free you up. Where do you need to make adjustments? Sometimes I talk to Leos, like, I don't have to make any adjustments for anybody. I am just fine. I am fine. 2 Leos, I can't see. I don't want to make any adjustments. Well, if you're blinded and can't see, what do you got to do? Oh, I got to make an adjustment. I got to clean off my glasses. I got to move in a different way. What have you been doing every single day that keeps you into a trap? What is it? I don't want to meditate. I don't want to do my prayers. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to do this, but I can't see anything. Just saying. It's a new page. There's a new page in the retro rule book. Mercury's retro in that house of mystery in your 12th house, and hearing from people from your past is highly likely. This is about you to bear in mind the trine of Mercury with Sirius and making and to meet with Vesta. This is about maybe you've been feeling trapped. You know, this is about what you're feeling. What is going on that you don't want to feel? And you just have to feel it. There you go. There you go. Did you say good morning to your mother? No, you didn't. Did you go downstairs and say good morning? Hold on. Did you go downstairs and say good morning to your mother? For real. He said for real he did. Okay. He says that because he doesn't like to go downstairs. And Mars is about expansion and freedom. When Mars moves into Aries, you're going to feel, it's like, I got to get going. But you got to make the adjustments. It's like, for me personally, so to make adjustments to eating better, to taking vitamins, and sometimes like, I don't want to spend all that money on vitamins, but they make me feel good. They help me. They engage me. They're helping me to bring in the vitality. But it's a process. I haven't even been doing it for 30 days. It's a process. It's a change in my metabolism. It's a change in everything that I do in my outlook. So this is about looking for you guys. You guys have to look at this, your desires, and explore the possibilities that may hold for you. Looking at new places, trying it out. But you know, your hard work. You got hard work. Capricorn energy's coming in for you, Leo. You're like, oh, fuck off, Capricorns. I don't want to deal with a Capricorn. But it's coming in because it's hard work and long-term goals. What it is, where do you want that to be seen? What do you want to start attracting? And what is it that you're blocking? Your own inner wisdom. You're blocking it yourself. When you say you can't see something, it's like it's there, but you may not have to see everything. You don't have to have it all there, but it's, you know, this is you stepping up on Pride Rock, looking there, right? And you want to see it all. You want to have all of that energy. You want to have that of what it is. You want to feel it, right? So this is where it's like, there we go. Hang on, I got a song for you. Here's your song, Leos. Put the Leo King on. The Leo King, the Lion King on. And look at it and feel that vibration of what that song is. And this, I can't make this up. Bring in the spirit. Bring in the sun. Bring in the beat. Allow it to be with part of your vibration. Play it all the time. Play it in the car. Play it as you wake up. Play it as you're cleaning the house. Play this vibration. Bring this vibration in. Allow it, this beat, to come forth in you. And it'll allow for change to happen. The information will come. It is. It's bringing in this energy for you guys. It's there for you. It's there for you. So, my little Leos, I love you. You guys are awesome. But you guys can also be a little bit stubborn. I love this song. No, I have not had time to deal with dogs. Yes, my son has brought his dogs over. I have no time to deal with dogs. This is why I am a cat person. Maybe that's why I love Leo so much. I am a cat person. Dogs are great, but they are too needy. I'm a Scorpio. I don't need needy. Cats are independent. I don't have to worry about the cats. Here we go. We're going to work on Aries. That's an understatement, Mary. We can be a lot. But this is it, right? You guys want to see? You want it? Bring that vibration in. Do it. I'm going to challenge my Leos to get their fucking ass into some Kundalini yoga. Get yourself into a Kriya. They're like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't like that. Change and transformation. Right? Done. I'll start today. Perfect. Do it for 40 days. Do it for 40 days. Find a summertime Kriya that you want to do. Go to yoga anytime. They have different ones. You can try find things on cha 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 da 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 da. Where is it? There's another group that I follow, and he's starting one tomorrow. Let's see if I can post it or not. So let's see if it'll post. There we go. So that went up. It is 40-day activation. And it's a 40-day meditation journey starting tomorrow. And so you can click on that, look at it, look at the information that goes along with it. I'm starting it tomorrow. It's going to be part of my routine for it. I feel it's important. It's important. And I think because especially when you keep saying you can't see, I can't see, nothing's changing, then you got to change it up. It's like when you do the same meditation over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it's like it gets to a point. No, you got to change it up. So that's why for one of my daily kriyas that I've been doing, it's like, yeah, okay, I've done it for 40 days plus. I got to change it up. I want to bring in. Yes, it works, and I know it works, but there's something there. My guide said, stop it for 7 days. Bring it in. The other thing is, is movement. What are you doing for movement? So, hold on. A YouTube. Where are my girls? And this is for everybody too, right? So, these lovely ladies who do beautiful fitness every morning, and you can work with them for 15 minutes or 5 minutes. It's important to get moving. It's important to get the movements. This is great for Scorpios too, for all of you, for everybody. Check that out. Check it out. Aries. Oh, Aries is sitting there like, okay, you've already talked to them. Come on, it's my turn. And this is Aries. This is like, I just got these Aries just like. So this is your heart to get your heart beating faster. This is about movement. This is like getting the green light. This is about getting going. This is about superpower and really its ability to take action. taking action in anywhere that you need to take action in your life. Don't sit on the sidelines. You got to make it happen. You have Mars coming in your house. Mars hasn't been there going retrograde since 1988. He's got a lot of fucking work to do. So Aries, man, you guys are, it's like the atomic bomb is going to be blasting through your house from now. Well, when he answers between, when he comes in later on this week, next week, to when he leaves in January. So this is huge cleanup that he's coming in. Plus, we got a green lights replacing all the amber and red ones too. So we got this green light saying go, 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 go. So if you ever played red light, green light with somebody and they say green light, when it's green light, it's time to go. Move your ass. Get moving. This is to looking at what it is that's the obscure of the matter. This is taking action with what you need to take action within your life and looking at it. So if there is things happening, maybe it's a physical, mental, spiritual, what are you doing to make those changes? It's taking the action. You too need, all my firesides, start the bloody Kundalini yoga 40-day. You too, Geminis, everybody. Because it is taking the action to make the changes in your life. You want to make changes? Start doing it. Aries, there's some unfinished business that needs to start getting completed. So if there's anything that feels unfinished, it's time to get it finished. Even with all these retrogrades, that you can start chipping away at things that need to get done and plug into your power. Because when Mars gets there, he's blasting things out. He's blasting things out. And the card that I just pulled for you is Mars. Physical energy, drive, strength. It's like, this is what I feel that's going to be happening with Aries. It's an awakening. And it's you getting through these thorns. It's like the weather, the challenge ahead will bring, new and positive. So this is like getting through all of that, getting through of what you've been feeling tied up with. So maybe you've been feeling tied up with all of the thorns and all of the stuff. So it's time to get out there. Nothing will come of the situation if you just sit around, if you're not doing anything, if you're just hanging around and hanging on to things that and making up excuses. It's like, if you want change, if you're hanging on to a past, oh, well, this guy hurt me. Oh, every time I tried this is what happened. Oh, you're freezing yourself. We don't want you frozen. You're fire. So now you're allowing ice. You're allowing this ice to come in to freeze you. Not a good thing. Not because I said there's a war coming. And Aries, you are the war. You are the warrior. Let's take the action. Let's make the changes. Where is it that I need to make the protections? Where is it that I need to make the changes in my life? And what blocks you? Creation. Interesting. Creation. So what you are wanting to create, getting more specific on what you want to create. You want to create abundance. So what is that abundance? Break down the abundance. Is it abundance of love? Is it abundance of health? Is it abundance of money? Is it abundance? What is that abundance? Is it abundance of spirit? Is it abundance of travel, of adventure? What is the abundance? What do you want to create? Start looking at it, because you're going to have the energy to manifest it, to bring it to fruition, and start putting the steps into it. A lot of times that I find, and this is what being a holistic nutritionist, and what I found even for myself is like, oh, I don't have to do that. Oh, I don't need to take that. I don't need to take that. But what I'm finding is like, holy shit, it's like, no, I do need to take proper and good whole vitamins. I need to take my omegas every day. I have to take glutamate and Botswana every day for my joints. Because of damage that I've done in the past to my joints, I got to do that. I got to take these vitality energies in order to help me, because even though I'm eating better, there's been damage within my cells that is very difficult to make better. And, cleaning out. If I, for years, I mean, in the way I used to drink, cleaning out my liver, right? This is important. And it's not so I'm walking, she's like, I'm walking over to the drugstore. Go to Community Natural Foods. It's putting money in something that is going to be good for you and your health. Looking at things, like this is important. The omegas are important. Getting good omegas. Glucosamine is really good for the joints. Making sure that you're getting a proper magnesium calcium balance. What are you doing in order to give you energy for the day? That zing, getting that vitality. This is all, it's coming in because the fire is coming. Mars is coming, and he's coming like a bat out of hell because he's in the last degrees of Pisces, and he's saying, fuck it, baby. I'm in my motorboat now, and I'm heading home. It's just like, I just see, and he's coming into that barrier of fire. He's like, fuck it. I'm tired of the water. I'm tired of being distinguished. I'm tired of going through the earth and feeling I'm dragging my ass. I need to be vital. I need to feel my vitality and get myself going. And in comes Mercury, the mind. Working with your mindset, working with that energy. Even though Mercury's retrograde and in Cancer, this is like, fine, I can go into that depth, but I can go into an even deeper depths of lava to bring in that creativity that I want. So I can get clarity, bring in that clarity of where I want to go, because the information is going to come fast and furious. The Knight of Swords, whoosh! That's where he goes, whoosh! He does that. So this is plugging into your power. This is plugging into what your heart desires. What no longer is being content to sit and wait around. This is igniting you. This is the power of igniting. This is the power of explosion and allowing for you to be the fullness that you are and be that total leader. Lots of power coming in for you, but you got to take action to it. Because if you're not going to take action, there's a couple things. When fire does not take action, they can gain weight very easily and expand in areas they don't want to expand. So it's very important to get to a point where you're able to move and get into that movement. There we go. Aries. Love my Aries. Whew. I'm looking forward to Mars entering Aries, but there's parts of me that are like, because I could, on a global sense, there's a lot of shit that's going to be happening. A lot of shit hitting the fan, maybe. And here comes the biggest one that's bringing in a lot of shit is Capricorn. Structure, reformation of structure. This energy has been so difficult for Capricorns because they have to make a difference. Right? Oh, you already, honey, this is like big. I got atomic energy coming in for you guys. So, and it's starting up this week. So, Capricorns, this is about connecting, to connect in some way. This is about you really allowing for that change and detours to come into your life. You need to keep in that mind. You got to keep into your mind. This is about you looking into energy. What's going on with you? This is about, with Neptune, this is about your universal truth. Information is coming and revealing itself to you, and you're finding that parts of the foundation that you tried to create, you are getting into these glimpses, and some of these glimpses, this time allows us to pierce confusion. So you're getting glimpses of clarity that are coming in for you, which is great. And the Sagittarius energy is coming in because it's allowing for you confidence and enthusiasm and energy to move forward. Because of all the changes that are happening in Capricorn, you know, we got the Jupiter Pluto conjunction coming up. You've had, I mean, January you had the Saturn conjunction with Pluto, so which was huge activation and change. You had Jupiter coming into your sign, bringing in huge activation and change and expansion on the way that you look at things. Now they're all retrograde coming into your sign. All these big bad boys are retrograde, saying change is about to happen. And for you Capricorns, that is like, oh my God, that's my structure. That's the way I've done things all the time. I've always folded my ties this way. My brother just came through. But it's like, you're going to try a new way of folding your ties that are even better than what it was before. But it's trying to do it. It's having confidence during this time and having grace in order to make those changes. Embrace that dragonfly, embrace that freedom, because it's going to renew your spirit. Connect with the great spirit. Connect with God. Connect with that energy. Go upwards, because remember, Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn, which is Kronos. We don't want you eating the heads off babies. You're not my cat. So we want to go to the higher end. This is about bringing in. So a lot of Sagittarius, a lot of fire coming in for you. Embrace the fire. The dragon is fire. Dragonfly, fire, 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 fire. Lots of fire coming in to get you going, get you moving. What might be your obstacle that's coming in? Oh, sovereignty. Oh, you don't want to be your own ruler. You don't want to respect who you are. This is about you creating it for you. This is about your energies and renewal. Because it's not brick by brick by brick, right? But to make and to form the brick, sometimes you need fire to make some of those bricks, right? The formation and the mud and everything else to come together. You need the heat to dry it, to create it. Can't just put a pile of dirt there. That's what we've been doing for the last, 700 plus years. And look at it, it's all fucked up now. And we're having to re-look at the way our world is structured. Look at the United States. I mean, a lot of us say, well, we don't live there. Yeah, thank God we don't live there right now. But they are a reflection of the world that we live in. They are a creation of our consciousness. I don't want to think of that. So this is looking into your sovereignty of how you want to be, how you want to create, and don't block it, so that you can bring in love. Here comes Venus. Here comes that love. Here comes that energy, because she is showing you this family wasn't working. This was not working in your life, baby. You got to start changing things. Here she comes. She's a ruler of Taurus and Libra. She's like, you know what? This foundation that you've been going on, honey, it ain't working. She's coming in as a Southern belle to you, Capricorn, just to sort of sweeten you up so you can make the changes you need to make. And she's coming in and she's saying, I'm taking you all the way back so that you can come into your integrity and your truth of who you are and light your flame, baby. And I will give you that foundation. But you got to trust in yourself. You got to trust in who you are and know that we can go to the higher selves and not get into the lower selves, and bring in that expansion, bring in that truth, so that I can have the union that I want. The Two of Cups. Venus rules this too. So you got the goddess of love coming in, because she loves fire. She loves passion. She loves to bring that in. She loves all of that. But she likes to create something new. She loves to bring in some newness. And that's where the Sagittarius is coming in. Let's bring in that newness. Let's bring in that passion that you need in order for you to change directions into a new direction, into a new way of reconnecting to your higher selves and go to the high speed of connection. Stop being on dial-up. Dial-up is done. Let's get into the 5G. Let's get into the speed. Let's get into the action so that we can clean, declutter, get away, garden, redecorate, repair. This is about redoing. This is about getting things out that no longer in your alignment and having conversations where you need to have conversations and opening up new doorways for you. And to jointly share your ideas with others and say, hey, this is a great idea. I love what you say. How about if we can jointly do this? I have some ideas that can help and enhance you to make it a stronger foundation. That's what you do, Capricorn. To work with another jointly, not singly. That brings in that sovereignty because that still brings in your strength. That is not diminishing anything about you. So step into that power right now because it's so important. And this is the time to do it. This is the week. Start to bring it in. If you're not going to start bringing it in, especially with Capricorn and with Cancer energy, which is opposite you, bringing in that higher emotions, bringing in those feelings, that trust. This is about allowing yourself to open up to all of that. It's a difficult one. You know, and it's funny, Capricorns are the last ones to get readings, in my experience. Capricorns don't like to get readings because they figure that they want to do it all themselves. They want to figure their shit out. They don't want anybody else to do it for them. And how's that been working? Just saying. That ego gets in the way too much, Capricorn. Libras, my lovely Libras. Oh, Libras. Oh, my ooey gooey lovey Libras. Send you off in search of what you've been missing. You got to get the heat and the passion in, Libras. This is about looking into and sending out there. What is it that you want to start to explore more? Ditch the fixed routine. This is about getting you in. Get that passion. The triple X factor is happening for you, Libras. Woo! Hot. Venus. Yes, your ruler. Shifts direct and you're going, hallelujah. Let's get it on, baby. Learning big and supersizing that experience. This is about exploration. This is about looking into the internal, into the bear, into the mind, bringing that bear energy in and allowing for that big love, that energy, that subject, that beautifulness to come into where you feel you've been lacking. This is break freeing of a tired routine. If there's been shit that you've been doing and you're fucked and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, but you keep doing it. Whew, Neptune is a planet which spends half the time retrograde. It's a long transit through your 6th, which began in 2011 and may have alternated periods of focus. So with others where you may have felt you were in a bubble when it comes to work, routine, and well-being, Mercury is, after all, your ruler. You know, Mercury's in your ruling house right now, and it wants to do work in progress. It wants to break up routines. It wants to look at things in a new way. It wants to bring in Vesta, house, home. It wants to bring in Sirius, that of love and longevity. It wants to get into fixed ideas and embrace new and better deals. You are ready to make deals. You are ready to make things happen. And this is about bringing in the X factor, happening. Capricorn, long-term. Long-term, what are your long-term goals? How do you want to make them? Do you want to continue doing what you're doing right now and continue that for the next long term? Because Capricorn energy, with what the energy is now, is what you are wanting to fix now. If you are wanting to stay in the routines that you're doing now, guess what? They're going to be there. You're there. Can't get away from the Capricorns. They're a patriarchal system. They're the foundations of our world. But we can change those foundations in our lives into the way that we would like to see them. What kind of foundation do you want? What other things do you want? Are you wanting to change things up and see things differently? This is going out on a limb for you, Libras. God bless you. Because the thing is, it's like, hold on, before I hand glide and jump off the side of the mountain, is the weather directly? Is this done? Is this done? And what if this happens? And what if that happens? And I'm not too sure. And oh my God, the questioning. Stop. Jump off the cliff, grab onto that hand glider, and go into the currents. You'll be amazed at what will happen to you. And no, you're not smashing into the side of the mountain. This is about understanding, renewal, and peace and bringing that in. This is about searching for the deepness that you want and bringing in a win-win outcome. Look at that. But what might be stopping you or not allowing you to go towards it is your will. Your will. What is your will? Your will to change? What is that will? What is that energy? What is it that you are not willing to do? Willing to change. They are blah, 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 boring. Candace. You know, it's like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Every day my son asks, Mom, what about me and Cheyenne? Mom, what about me and Cheyenne? What if this happens? What if she meets somebody? Well, she meets somebody. She meets somebody. Let it go. Don't tell a Capra. Don't tell a Libra that. So the will. Let's look at this. Bring in obsidian. Obsidian's a good one for you. Oh, not obsidian. Hang on. I'm wrong. I lied. Look at, I can't even open the page to where it is. That's funny. Hematite. Well, hematite, obsidian, hematite. I have the will to change the changes I need. There you go. I have the will to change the changes I need. To use our will productively, we should assess what we really want and make sure this is what we really want to reach for. It's an internal look. What do you really want? What is that foundation you want to build? It's your owning. What are you owning? Your second house. Your second house. Second house is Taurus. It is ruled by Libra. Ruled by Venus. So your second house is money. What is your finances? What is it that you want to create? What more do you want to create? If you're sitting there, as I say, just meditating and saying, hopefully $1 million is going to show up in my bank account. No. What more do you want? What are the changes you want? Stop being fucking scared, Libras. Because you guys can be little pussies sometimes. Oh boy, they don't like that. I can hear myself. I'm not a pussy, Mom. I can fight anybody. I'm tough. You're a pussy cat. So look at, you get the moon. What road do you want to follow? The moon gives you choices. Do you want to follow the wolf or the dog? Do you want to come in? You got to come into the consciousness of what it is that you wish to change, and look at that. What road you want to go on? What road do you want to walk upon? To walk up into the road of your divineness. Remember, you're a cardinal sign. What changes do you want to make? You might be air, but you're balanced air. So that means that on a summer day or on a beautiful winter day or on a beautiful fall day, you bring in that perfect balance of the heat and the coolness. So what is that balance you want to bring forth? Because right now, you're just sitting there doing nothing and thinking, oh, well, there's a coronavirus. There's this going on. There's that going on. And I don't know what to do. And look at, they're telling me I can't do this and I can't do that. I always say, you know, when it comes to hard times like that, how come the billionaires made more money during this time and everybody else got poor? Well, yeah, I'll admit that they had money to spend and they had money to invest, but they knew what to invest in. So educate on what you want to invest in. Stock market goes down doesn't mean you can't invest. Right? The rich keep getting richer. Yeah, well, follow. There's always a trail line. There's always a trail of how they got rich. Not every rich billionaire out there was a billionaire to start with or came from money. They took chances. Some of them went bankrupt many times before they made their millions. Tony Robbins wrote a book about it. Follow the trail. If you want to make a change, if there's somebody out there that you admire and you want to make the changes and you love what they do, what do they do? Like people ask me, you know, like here's me. Here, I'll get to you, Tauruses. People ask me, how come, you know, you're up there, you're doing, yeah, I had a bitch ass day and I argued with my husband today. But I'm up every morning. I've started a cacao ceremony. Am I going to stop it? Not right now, because it feels too much in my alignment. Did my Kundalini yoga this morning. Finished my 7-day Kriya. Know I'm going to start a new 40-day Satnam tomorrow. This is all part of my routine in order for me to not only build myself up spiritually, to be the spiritual guide, to be what I want to portray and illuminate to the world. Is it easy? No, it's fucking hard. You know, like, yeah, do I want to sit there and drink a few glasses of wine and eat my chocolate cake? It would be lovely, but I know what it does to my body, so why am I going to continue doing it? It's choices. If I want to, you know, invest, yeah, I've been investing in the stock market, not a lot, $20 here and there, but it adds up. You got to do those little things and look at different things that you want to start investing in, taking that chances. Taking a little chance every single day in making the changes. And when you do it, you're going to find those things can start happening for you. But if you sit there and do fuck all, then fuck all happens. You guys want the triple X factor? Baby, get the Viagra. Taurus! Woo! Venus, direct. Thank hallelujah. Your Venus is like, it's bad enough I have Uranus in here. 2 fastest planets. Uranus, which really goes slow, and Mars are 2 of the fastest planets not that are going forward. So we have to look at clouds of confusion around love or even your self-worth vanish. Now is your time. This is what to do, and don't hesitate. There's no hesitation for you. The bull is out of the bullpen. You got to start looking at and ditching any indecisions that are going on in your life. And here comes Vesta, your spiritual center, your quality, your dignity, bringing that forth. Venus is coming direct on the 25th. Ironing out your speed bumps around love, money. This is looking at the Taurus. This is looking at redefining your relationships with money, redefining your relationships with your own self-worth. How do you feel about things? Neptune, he rules your 12th. You know, this is, you know, what's coming in. He's going to be he's retrograde right now. So you may see some connections as no longer aligned. Looking into this alignment. Real love is, you know, this is bringing in what you really love in your life. It's not just bringing in the illusion of sort of slapping some paint on and thinking that that's going to fix it. This is coming into the depths. Maybe the wall has to come down, and maybe the studs have to be changed, and maybe a new format has to be put in, new, gyprock, and it's like you can't just go into a kitchen and just, okay, I'm going to make my kitchen better by just putting in a new stove when the rest of the kitchen is falling down and the cupboards are falling down. You got to take everything down. This is about you realigning to things and looking at it and looking at the endings and taking care of you, taking care of your health. It's like saying, okay, I haven't been feeling very good, so I'm just going to just take a vitamin C once a day. No. What else do you have to do? What have you been eating? What have you been doing? It's taking that action. This is about realigning, Taurus. This week is a tough week for many of us. And this is looking at, romantic cycles begin. What do you want to start bringing in? What is that energy? What is that force, that love that you want to bring around you? You won't hesitate to ask those difficult questions or confront others with what is on your mind. This is no more procrastination. You can't be procrastinating. And what is stopping you? Extremes. Ooh, look at that hot moon. Hot moon. Look at hot. Look at, you got the hotness. But it's those extremes. Maybe you're afraid that it's going to be too much, too out there. You don't want to go to the extremes. You like your little bullpen and the door's open. You're like, it might be too crazy out there. There's weirdos. Maybe you're the weirdo and everybody else is fine. So this is about looking at your age, coming into your power, coming into your sense. Saturn return is that growth. It's that birthing. It's that growing up and taking control of your life in the most difficult times. People aren't growing up till they're about 28 to 32. Before then, they're all just fucked up trying to figure out their life. And then Saturn comes in and kicks their ass. That's what happens. So this energy, there's no more procrastination. Bringing in the change that you so want. Bringing in that love. In comes judgment. Release, 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 release. Releasing what no longer is that you need to release. Releasing what is no longer in your alignment. Stop the procrastination. Stop the hesitation. Get out there, start making the changes. Get out there, start being the person that you want to be. Allow for that heat and that love to come in and that passion of what it is that you so desire, and bringing in that quiet dignity and love and discernment. This is about allowing you to take care of your health and that around you. It's a powerful week for you, my little bulls. My Taurians, come on out. Venus is coming direct. It's time for you to go full steam ahead. Woo! We're coming to the last, and the last is not least, and at least it's not Gemini, but it is Pisces this time. Pisces is the last one. Woo! Geminis, you got to be early this time. You didn't have to sit around and wait. My poor Pisces had to wait. Little Pisceans. Oh, you guys are going through some fucked up time right now. My little Pisceans. Gotta say that with Neptune going retrograde, you got Mars at the last degrees. There is hell in water. There's hell in the ethers right now. And it's you looking at the directions you want to go into. You're connecting to the inner wisdom. Pisces, you are the ether. You are that energy that goes out. This is for you. Don't ignore it now. You can't ignore this. And this is it wants to guide you towards more abundance and also passion. It wants to guide you. But you sit around there with sometimes with a thumb up your ass and do fuck all. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Love you, Pisces. So this is reclaiming your right to passion, reclaiming what you love. Bring in the freshness. Deal with it. Deal if there's something old that you haven't dealt with, deal with it, let it go, and do your forgiveness. Neptune's going, your leader, your ruler has been in your sign since 2008. He's bringing in, and don't doubt yourself. Neptune, Poseidon, here I am. I am the ruler. I am a connection. This is looking into it. And this is where he's going to be going backwards for half of the year. So he's going backwards to the end of the year. So this is where it's like coming into your intuition, coming into a freshness. This is where you can get some grounding in and get some clarity on the direction that you want to go into. This is allowing for you to start to deal with the things that you haven't been dealing with. And with Mars at the last degrees, because anything at the last degrees of Pisces, it's hell. It's hell, because you're going through a lot of change and transformation. And this is the god of war that's going through the last 3 degrees on trying to make changes happen, trying to put things into action. And this is for you to start embracing the new dimensions that are coming in. Kind of freaks you out sometimes because there's alternate dimensions there, but you got to start stepping into them, start looking into them, start peering into them. This is, what do I get? I get Neptune. I feel Neptune. This is about your fantasies, your yearnings, your longing, potentials, your potential with the illusions, bringing that in, knowing that you're safe to do it. This is your power, subtle power. Not to be afraid of inserting a few TNCs of your own into new arrangements. This is coming from a surety and desire and your quality. This is bringing in what it is. And Mercury conjoins with Vesta in here. Woo! Bringing that in, allowing. This is birthing. Y'all know that birthing isn't fun. Birthing isn't something that we all, it's like, oh yeah, it's going to be so fun to birth out a baby out of our vagina. But nope, sometimes it just isn't. But you got to go through that to bring in the opportunities and possibilities. You got to go through the birthing process. This is the shamanic birthing. So you got to go through the death in order to come through the birth. That means you got to let go of what no longer is in your alignment. You need structure and determination to proceed from a place of value and cooperation. If you do not have the structure, if you are not putting structure into it, then you are going to just be going out on the wharf, and the wharf is going to collapse, and you're going to go into the water, and then poof, you're going to be like, flopping around. So this is for you to adjust. This is adjustments. Allowing you to adjust, allowing you to move. Go into it. But you know what's blocking you? What's kind of that obstruction? Balance. Woo! Bringing balance in. Balance. Because it's like, if you don't, I feel like years ago, my girlfriend, her son, she goes, I can't get him to clean his room. I said, you got to give him a list and a time. So he goes into his room. I'm giving you, I need you to pick up everything on the floor. I need you to put your dirty laundry in this basket. I need you to make your bed. And I want this all done in the next 30 minutes, and I'll come check on you. Wow. Then the Pisces will do it. If you go in and say, clean your room, he'll pick up a sock and put it in the dirty laundry. Well, I cleaned it. No, clean your room. Giving them that list. So they need to put in a list in order for them to see what is going to work. And then they can see their success. Then they can see, oh, wow, I did this. And as well, this is all to bring in harmony and bring in the passion. And that will help you with the messages that you need to receive from your God. Third house messages. What is it that I need to learn? It's that Gemini energy. Gemini rules the third house. That is bringing information, that is bringing in something that is coming into allowing for you to look at, make the choices, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. The Eye of Horus, which is the equivalent of one, bringing in the oneness. And with that, the Hierophant. What is your definition of your divineness, of your spirituality? Not anybody else's. This is yours, making it yours, your connection to God, your connection to the goddess, your connection. That's what you got to make it. If you're not, then you're going to find yourself really struggling for the next half of the year, really struggling on where you want to go and over the next couple years. And it's going to be very difficult for you. So, steps that you need to make now are so important. When you make the steps now, things come into alignment. You don't make the steps, they don't come into alignment. Easy peasy, right? Well, my people, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being a part of Intuitive Tuesday astrology readings. Thank you for coming in. And this is all going to be posted up on my YouTube page, and it's going to be posted up, of course, on the Guru Mama page and Periscope for you guys to go back. Down below is all of the beautiful signs and orders, so you can find which sign, moon sign, and rising sign for you to have a little listen in and a tidbit on the crazy shenanigans the cosmos are bringing us this weekend. And of course, you know what? What should we end this lovely energy with?
Step lively. The sooner we get to the water, the sooner we can.
Not the way I see it. Gonna be your mighty king.
Might as well end it with the Lion King.
I've never seen a king on face.
I just can't wait to be king. Be the king in your own realm. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be. God bless, and the Goddess bless you. Bye-bye, everybody.
An inspiring